it's Becky and today we're talking about my January TBR. So it's the beginning of the year and my goals for this year, I have two goals. One is to read more fantasy series that I've had on my shelf for years, and the second one is to reread some of my favourite fantasy series which I've not read in a while, but I just want to reread and like kind of remember why I love them so much, and also like actually write reviews, because when I read these books I wasn't doing that. So yeah, that's my plan for the year. So first up, we're gonna go with The Magician's Nephew. One of my big rereads is going to be the Narnia series. I adored the books as a kid, and now I'm older I just want to reread them because I still rewatch the films every Christmas. So I just finished watching the films over Christmas and I just really want to reread them again. So I'm starting chronological order The Magician's Nephew. I know it's a contentious point, but I've always read them chronological order. I got the box set when I was a literal child. I don't even know how old I was, but you can see on the edge there, like they were numbered in chronological order rather than when they came out. So that's why I'm going with Magician's Nephew first. And then next to my rereads, I'm going to go my rereads first, is The Magician's Guild by Trudi, Canavan. So this is one of those books that I keep telling everyone is like one of my favourite fantasy books of all time. And I read this when I was like 13, 14. It was a long time ago. And I remember like some of the main plot points, but I don't remember everything. So this year I want to reread the entire series. I have this series and the prequel series. So Magician's Guild is the first on my list. I'm excited to see what Sonia does again and kind of remember why I fell in love with this in the first place. Then first of the books that aren't a reread is The Dwarves by Markus Heitz. I have actually got the entire collection of The Dwarves on my bookshelf. They've been on my bookshelf for a couple of years now, and I don't know if you can see, but they are thick boys and they're all about this size as well. So they've been quite intimidating, and it's the same as the next book on my list. But The Dwarves has been one of those books that everyone says it's like a great fantasy series. It's a translated fantasy series, so I feel like we don't hear about it as much as we do some of like the English authors. But I'm really excited to read this series, and I'm planning on reading the whole series this year. So let's start with The Dwarves. Next, again, another thick series that is intimidating is the Wheel of Time series. I've been reading the Wheel of Time series for the past couple of years, and this year I want to really get into it. I've adored the previous books. I love the TV show. I'm basically caught up now, so if I want to continue watching the TV show I need to continue reading the books. The Shadow Rising is I'd say it's one of the thicker books. It's probably thicker than the last book I read from Robert Jordan, but it's the fourth book in the Wheel of Time series, and there's I think 13 or 14 books. I'm not wearing my glasses so I cannot see to my bookshelf, but yeah, there's a lot of books. I want to read probably like one a month all year just to get through them, so that's my biggest task this year. This month is to try and get through all 900 pages of this book. That's how thick this boy is. And then last but never least, I really want to read the Silmarillion. So this is the deluxe edition. I got it last year, I believe. And basically my boyfriend keeps complaining that I keep buying deluxe editions of books and not reading them. So this is just kind of me being petty, and I'm going to read my deluxe edition of the Silmarillion. I've already read parts of the Silmarillion multiple times and I've loved Lord of the Rings. So basically I want to read the Silmarillion, and then I'm going to move on to my box sets, which the channel was unboxing like mid last year or something. But I want to read all of the History of Middle-earth as well. So I'm starting with the Silmarillion, and then I'm going to move on to the rest of the box sets. So yeah, that's my really, really quick January TBR. It's so dark still at night at the moment, so I'm just trying to get this out whilst I can. Let me know what you're reading for the year, and if you have any reading goals, I would love to hear them, and I'd love any of the suggestions for my TBR this year as well. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one.